here for a very special, kind of event. This is not something which happens, which hasn't happened really in IIT's history. It's not that we've not had an IITian who was a minister at the center, but when people become ministers at the center, they don't have time to visit Mumbai. And in that regard, Mr. ManoharParrikar is unique. He is in fact the original Aam Aadmi. Before the media discovered somebody in Delhi, there was this person who was the chief minister of a small state going around riding pillion on a two-wheeler, and I'm told arriving at the Mumbai airport in a three-wheeler, and the security was really puzzled that how could he be the chief minister of a state. So thank you very much for being here, and certainly we are very grateful to the Honorable Defense Minister, Mr. Manohar Parrikar.
I have great pleasure now in actually celebrating him in the usual way, the traditional way which we have, and that is by offering him a shower. I was not lucky enough to be a student, but I remember his book. One of the best book I studied. Professor and all of you. Let me be first very thankful for inviting me here. Today you have to go beyond hostels. You have put hostel for you. Because I know we used to have war with hostels. Today I am not supposed to fight a war with hostels. I am supposed to fight a war with Professor Sukhatme probably wanted to ask me a question on the recoil impact of Bofors gun. I think it is 30 years. To start a process of acquiring gun for Indian Army afresh. And my first acquisition of approval as a chairman of Defense Council, Defense Acquisition Council, was a gun which is equivalent to the replacement of Bofors. It's now costing very high. It's 15,000 some crores. But I think the impact was great. 30 years the nation was not able to buy a gun. And what we were using is actually cannibalizing. I remember I always told them when I cleared this gun, I remember a taxi operator in my town, Maksa. He had an Opel car. And he loved his car so much that he didn't allow anyone to even close the door. If he slightly pushed it harder, he would scold the customer. So always went and got the customer in and closed himself. When he realized that this particular Opel model was going out of circulation, he purchased one more Opel and cannibalized it throughout the life of this Opel. So spare part was no problem for him. I think we are surviving for the last 30 years by cannibalizing some of the guns. And that is the impact, the recoil impact of Bofors. I will not go into that. A lot of experience in IIT may help me. The issues are more or less same. When I went from Goa A lot of people didn't want me to go there. But virtually was airlifted. Now, why I use the word airlifted, the first file which came to me was airlifting some foreign dignitaries from one place to another place. I didn't know that was also part of Defense Minister's approval. But I can assure you, no airlifting of Jetli's family was done. Absolutely sure. There are some people who try to create mischief by spreading rumors. In fact, I was also taken back when I saw that news, because normally file comes to me and I was not even aware. But I think the experience counts. I remember the first impact I had as I was not supposed to be a mess coordinator, and I am not going into the reason why I happened to be a mess coordinator. I decided right in the beginning that I will not enter into IIT students' politics. I think they have grown. I saw Mood Indigo rush. It started in the year 75, if I am not mistaken, when we were the students. And it has grown to a level where it's almost a festive look. Probably so many of them are here, because they might have come to Mood Indigo and they heard that. I was getting the training. Actually, it is Mood Indigo which you get. But that time also I remember I entered the mess. And one of the experience, we got the mess bill down from 170 rupees to something like 140 rupees. My team managed to reduce 30 rupees. These are the times of 75, 76. So don't try to compare the current mess bill with those times. But how did we do it? By procuring material directly from the market. Had a lot of experience. And I'll tell you, sometimes we don't understand. In fact, I was going through the budget of defense and realized that we spent something like 1780 crores on supplies. Someone told me the number of eggs purchased by army is more than Jawans. They also don't take into account that you are vegetarian. So in IIT we considered the eggs mostly as veg. Which most of them do. But irrespective of that time I still remember one small incident how cheating, if you don't have proper information, and sometimes some smart people do the cheating. I still remember it. I gone to market in Bombay and found one big barrel of water with a lot of used tea powder. We just checked the color. It was obviously light pink, blackish. I asked him why you are collecting so much tea powder and water in that barrel. He said, you just wait and watch. After some time someone came, and these eggs are graded by A, B, C. The smallest one are C. This may be actually useful to you. The smallest egg that time, the big egg was selling at about 50 paisa piece. I am not aware of the price today. And the smallest one was something like 33 paisa or 34 paisa also. So they brought all those small eggs, C grade, and put them in the barrel containing water and the used tea powder, not even good tea powder. I said, what is this you are doing? He says, कल सुबह आके देखो, वो सब अंडा होगा वो थोड़ा पिंक कलर का रहेगा. वो बाजार में 7 पैसे में बिकता है, because it is considered as gouty. Local variety carries better rate because they are considered as better in. A lot of people consider them better than the English layers. So sometimes this kind of experience can be help in buying a lot of things. But I would only say one thing. IIT can be an instrument of putting the defense acquisition in a different orbit if it is properly done. Because I compare after the ministry, the first thing was continuous briefing. So today I know I am expert in China border, Pakistan border, terrorism in Kashmir. I am also expert in, as we claim it, expert means you understand. Expert in aviation, expert in aviation, fighter planes, guns, roads. I never knew that Indian defense system had 52 labs, 39 factories, some 15-20 various institutions, including a few which our Bhaya will know. There are mountaineering institutions, 5-6 mountaineering. So there are so many, scope is such a huge scope. It's 2,29,000 crores budget. But I think it encompasses almost around 80 lakh personnel in a variety of government. There are active maybe 16, there is a territorial army, there is 26 to 28 lakhs defense retired personnel, there are people in ordnance factories, there are people in PSUs, there are people in DRDO lands. So it's a vast empire. But when I started comparing the progress, I realized two areas which are basically began with imagination, light of imagination. One is obviously the aeronautical sector of the defense, and the other one is space. We are pretty good on the space aspect. Rocket technology, probably except very minor issues, we are doing quite well. And very successful development of products which our competitors, I would say, because some of our products are acquiring international quality standard and demand from international companies. As a defense minister, probably in next couple of months we will have to take a better call on what to export, where to export and how much, because we are receiving a lot of inquiries on Indian capability, particularly in the space technology. Now, we land on the moon, we go to Mars, we can't make a simple plane. A light Tejas, like combat aircraft, which is being developed for the last 14 years, is finally into production mode. But that too also with hiccups and very conservative. We could not develop properly a prototype engine. So whereas you can go successfully to a place which is a few million miles away, we are not able to reach the sky. So it's a contradiction. What does it show? It shows that wherever synergy is there, proper interface exists. The scientific knowledge and temperament exist in this country, and we can deliver. The areas where probably this synergy has not mixed up properly. I saw when I was discussing with DRDO, people have different opinion. Right from the biggest number of complaints I receive is border road organization and DRDO. So there is a pile of complaints and solutions. Some people give solutions. Some of them are not implementable. Some of them can't be spelled out also. So such thick piles on these two issues. At the same time, I also found DRDO gelling very well with Navy. Probably the result is all platforms are being indigenized and everything is being done. There is a lot to be done in Navy also, not everything is done. But I feel that institutions like IITs, where research can be ultimately converted into a commercial application, is very important for national defense. We can reduce the cost. the mess we are in, I can't spell out. But one way we have been blacklisting forms after forms, leaving us no one to turn around and find out who is supplying. Everyone is blacklisted. In one case. So all those guidelines will have to be reviewed. The atmosphere of mistrust has to be reduced there. And transparency but quickness. These three things required. I feel that this is one part of acquisition, but human angle also has been neglected for quite some time, which we are definitely looking into. But IITs, according to me, has a major role to play, where I think converting the technology into commercial aspect can be a challenge to be taken up. How do you develop components which are commercially exploitable? I think there is already some exercise on polymers and other aspect of it. I hope that this happens. From my side, I can assure that being an IITian, I'll ensure that IITs are pulled into the defense research exercise. Except which is very highly security based. Initially we can go for research which are not so security linked. But if IITs are pulled in, the research budget, DRDO budgets are around 15,000–16,000 crores. Small involvement of IIT can actually help defense as well as IITs to develop research, which I think is a weaker side of Indian, all Indian colleges. And I hope to be an instrument in on this aspect.